Well, President-elect Donald Trump told Fox News today he believes it is, quote, vital to have a free, fair, and open media or press, and that he is not looking for retribution on his opponents. Our political panel joins me now. Kevin Sheridan formerly served as a spokesperson for the Republican National Committee and as a senior advisor for the Romney-Ryan 2012 presidential campaign. Joel Payne is a CBS News political contributor and the chief communications officer for progressive public policy advocacy group Move On. It is great to see both of you. Thank you. Kevin, I want to start with something that the president-elect said at CPAC back in March 2023.
And we're not a free nation right now. We don't have free press. We don't have free anything. I am your warrior. I am your justice. And for those who have been wronged and betrayed, I am your retribution. I am your retribution.
So, Kevin, the one thing that has changed between then and now is that he won. But I wonder, other than that, how do we make sense of this?
Elon Musk bought Twitter, saving free speech, many would argue. Many Republicans would say that. Yeah, I think he's on top of the world right now, so I don't see him going hammer and tongs, against his media opponents. I mean, he just met with Joe and Mika at Mar-a-Lago, so I think there's a lot to do about nothing with that. I think he likes being liked in the media, so I think he will continue to court the media. How the media treats him going forward is a big unknown, but
he has said that if it is unfair, that it will come to an end, it being, his support of the press that we heard today. Joel, you just heard what Kevin said. Joe and Mika of Morning Joe went down to Florida to talk to President-elect Trump. Do you think that this is a reset of the relationship between Trump and the press?
Well, Weijia, I couldn't tell if Kevin was being funny about Elon Musk there. Nobody feels like Twitter is a free and fair platform, but be that as it may, listen, if I were an incoming president, I'd be looking to build coalition and to bring people together. So if that's what Donald Trump is doing, I don't think any American, even the millions and tens of millions of Americans who voted against him, would be opposed to that. I think we got to get down to brass tacks of what that means. Does that mean that he is going to back off of all of the things he's threatened related to our democratic norms? Does that mean he's going to stop attacking folks like you, Weijia, who go to his events and putting the spotlight on journalists who are just trying to do their jobs? Does that mean he's going to back off any folks in his cabinet from seeking political retribution? So, listen, I've spent a long time winning and losing battles against Donald Trump. And at this moment, I am more interested in seeing what he does than what he says.
Well, no matter what he does or says these days, Kevin, Elon Musk seems to be by his side. He's even, hanging out with the family. He's everywhere that Trump is. What does that tell you about the role that he is playing as Trump makes big decisions, including picking his cabinet?
Apparently, Elon Musk dives into each of his companies one at a time and focuses intensely for a period of time on that. I think that's what he's doing right now with his government, quasi-government work in reforming the federal workforce. But I don't know how long that lasts. He runs 6 companies and has a lot of things going on. So right now he's very influential, it seems, but we'll just have to see how long that actually lasts.
Well, it's a two-way street, right, Joel? Because, Trump has to allow him to be by his side. Just yesterday, Trump tapped Elon Musk-backed critic of big tech, Brendan Carr, to lead the FCC. So what do you make of this Trump-Musk relationship? I almost said bromance, and then I didn't, but then I said it anyway. So what do you make of it?
I'm going to let you characterize it however you want to. Weijia, I think that it will be very interesting to see what the expiration date is on this relationship. It certainly was electorally helpful for Donald Trump with the millions of dollars that Elon Musk pumped into his campaign, into the effort to elect him, over the last few months of the campaign season. I'm sure he is grateful for that. But one thing we know about Donald Trump is that loyalty is a one-way street. So we'll see if that lasts beyond, the first 100 days. If Donald Trump is serious about, following through on his promises to the American people, I can tell you the folks who think and vote like me are going to be looking at some of the relationships that he's building with kind of these corporate oligarchs, folks like Elon Musk. You know, you can't claim to be fighting for an economy for the working class, for working people, and then spend all of your time giving tax breaks to millionaires and billionaires. I mean, that tax bill that they're already talking about in Trump transition is going to be built on the back of poor and working class people. They're looking at stripping away benefits from Medicaid to pay for it. So that's not going to age well, right? If you are talking about representing that swath of the electorate, but you are empowering people like Elon Musk, that is not going to be something that ages well with the American people.
Joel, you can't see him, but Kevin is sitting here shaking his head. So, Kevin.
No tax on tips, overtime. No tax on overtime. I don't see how that's not for the working class. Extending the Trump tax cut would, the biggest portion of it actually goes to the middle class. So I don't buy any of that. But yeah, look, Elon's going to be at his side for as long as he's going to be at his side.
Really quickly, before I let you go, what do you make of Trump's picking RFK Jr. for HHS secretary? Of course, it's just one name that we're talking a lot about because it's a little controversial. Do you think this is another example of, loyalty being everything to Trump?
Well, RFK Jr. coming out for him arguably provided a lot of help, and he owes him. So he's following through, I think, on that pledge that he made to make him part of his cabinet. We'll see if he can get through. I actually think it's going to be really incredible TV to watch RFK go up there and be grilled by senators on vaccines. He's very smart, very, very on top of his game. So it'll get interesting.
Yes, these picks could make Senate confirmation hearings must-see TV, which who would have thought? Kevin Sheridan and Joel Payne, thank you both so much.
Thanks.